thanks for joining me on another episode of Get Inspired, Stay Inspired. Hope that you've been enjoying the series so far, and it's lovely to see that you're back here with me and taking some time out to spend a little time with me to kind of get to know yourself a little bit better, get to know my writings better. Why? Because I want to inspire you, keep you motivated, keep you feeling as if there is so much for you to do and achieve in your life, even though if you may feel like, oh gosh, you know, there's not much more I can do or whatever. No way. I don't want you to have that attitude. At the end of the day, life is for living and making the most of it. So come on, let's do our best to get you inspired and get you stayed inspired and get you motivated, at least for today. And, you know, if you're new, don't forget to go and check out the other episodes that I've done previously. It's good if you can, because in a way it helps you build along in the way that we've all been going, and definitely it's been a very exciting experience. I've been kind of sharing more, getting to know you more, and sharing more of myself, probably rambling on a bit too much at times, but hopefully you're getting to know me and I'm getting to know you, because you're giving me feedback and comments, and I'm enjoying reading them, and I'm enjoying looking forward to hearing what you've got to say. And as I said, I'm looking forward to you helping me define what the kind of the end result will be, or the path that we're going to take on this particular series and episodes. So we're kind of chugging along in our own way, but at the same time trying to see what works best, trying to see what you guys like more of, and the things you don't like more of. And no doubt you'll let me know in the comments, and I'll take your comments on board and do my best to carry on in my own way, and in a way that I feel I'm making inroads, and sharing this soulful information or heartfelt information is something that you're getting value from and appreciating it in a way that is life-changing. And that's what I would love you to do, because I feel everything that I've written in this body of work is life-changing if you know how to read it. As I've always said in every episode, it's all well and good me saying what I interpret them to be, but you interpret them as well. Like you tell me your interpretations and what you felt you got out of it. And yeah, that's great, because that means that you're beginning to share information with your soul. That's what you're supposed to be doing. It's all very well and good. You read things with your mind, and on a mind level, on a physical level, yeah, I get that, but let's delve deeper. That's what these writings are for. They're not written for you, but for the soul within you. Do you remember that saying that I said a couple of episodes ago? That was part of my writing. So, you know, when that came through, to me, it defined everything. And that's what this is about. Words not for you, but the soul within you. How about that? I bet you'd forgotten about your soul. I bet you had never bothered to think about it, to think it existed, to think it was walking with you every step of the way of your physical journey in life. I bet you forgot that you had someone there, even if it was on an energy level, that is with you, and it's got the knowledge, the key, the wisdom to everything you need to tap into. You didn't know, did you? Only a few of you are beginning to realize that, and even if you felt it, you never really knew how to tap into it. And that's something that my teachings do, and I'm really overjoyed to be kind of sharing that aspect of my writing with you. I'll tell you something. As a writer, you try and write these things in books. You try and share this information in books, but people have to be avid readers. They have to get what you're saying through the written word. And I've realized that, not that that doesn't necessarily work, but if you haven't packaged things in a particular way, you know how they sell these packs and study things, if you haven't done it in that way, it's not easy for people to tune into what you're trying to say or what you're trying to share. So I think that this you know, podcast video series, that this series that I'm doing, whether you're listening to it in audio or you're viewing it, or if you've read my stuff before, I think this gets things across so much easier, because it's like I'm explaining it on a one-to-one. And I think that that kind of interaction or engagement is really, I don't know, empowering, you know. And the reason it's empowering is I think doing things this way, you guys get it. You get it so much more easier. You get it so much more faster. And you can put into action things a lot easier than if you read it. You know, if you read it, you might mistake what I'm saying, or you might not be clear on it, but then you got no one to ask. Say, hang on, Alicia, did you mean this, or did you mean that? Or I understood it to be like this, you know. But once you're sharing it one-on-one, it makes it amazing in the sense that people can engage with you. And as I said, eventually, if we do manage to get a decent number of subscribers, you know, through what you share and like, and, you know, that kind of thing, then I love to do some live streams and have a little natter, you know, have a little chat with you guys, and yeah, listen to what you have to say, and listen to some of your stories. That's fantastic. That'd be powerful, you know. I mean, I share quite a lot of what I experienced and how I came to be on this sort of channel journey and automatic writing journey. But yeah, what about you? You know, you have loads, I'm sure, to tell me, and loads to share with me. And that's what I think the live streams will be great for, to kind of interact with you and hear things from you. Like, that's amazing. I can't wait for us to get to that level. So let's keep growing, let's keep chugging along, let's keep building, and yeah, let's share more about this you know, experience, and see if we can get the subscribers up. And as I said, and I always say this, if you know someone who may benefit from these episodes, you know, or this podcast or this video series, then, you know, share it, let them know, and have them join us and come on board, and let's keep growing and evolving. As I said in the previous episode, let's keep evolving on a soulful and on a level where we as people, you know, having this experience at this moment in time together, being on this physical planet, let's keep evolving as a human race, or as humanity. That always makes me happy. I told you that, didn't I? I love to hear things like that. Really makes me happy. So yeah, let's kind of delve into more stuff, shall we, today? Let's kind of see if we can take a look at other passages and see what we can learn from them, and how we can grow from them. And that makes, I don't know, this I can't even call it work, really. It makes what I'm doing such a joy and pleasure. And yeah, I love writing and I love doing this channeled work, but I'm also beginning to love this type of engagement. As I said, I didn't want to be in front of the camera. It was like, you know, I had to really kick myself up the butt to do it. But now I'm doing it, I'm thinking it's not all that bad. I look forward to doing one episode after another. I look forward to feeling as if I'm evolving and you're evolving from what you guys are telling me. And yeah, it just feels as if this is the right thing for me to be doing, and for you to be a party of it in whichever way we see it. I feel it's great that we're connected at this moment in time. You know, and if you can look back, I don't know, you may have a chance to look back on things and say, gosh, when you said this or when you said that, that was a turning point for me. Or when I watched or heard your particular episode on that, you know, resonated with me. That is the joy of what I do. That's what I want to hear. That's what inspires me to keep going, to do another episode and another one and another one. I don't want to stop. We know it. We've got over 5,000 subscribers and I'm on my way to doing my first live stream. How about that? That would be fantastic. And wow, I can't wait for that. Gosh, that would be amazing. And yeah, as I said, if we can work towards something like that, I'm going to be chuffed. I'd be nervous. I'd be really nervous doing a live stream, but what the heck. Let's have a little natter and let's talk about the things that, you know, we don't often get the chance to talk about. But, you know, if you're chatting with the Soul Whisperer, you know, let's have a good chat about soulful things. And if you like heartfelt things, have a good chat with me and let's talk about heartfelt things, you know, relationships, bonds, friendships, difficulties, challenges, adversity. How do we get through them? How do we find a way through them? All those kind of things, because these are the things that we face. And yeah, one of the things that I'm going to be talking about in this particular passage is worthiness. But the passage says, "Let me rise in an expectant manner." Let me rise in an expectant manner. So the word expectancy is going to be an important one. So let me rise in an expectant manner, realizing I am worthy, not just of what I have, but so much more. What do you think about that one? I think it's kind of powerful in its own way. It's not like listening to soulful things, etc., like the previous ones, but it's sort of like an affirmation really as well, because it's saying, let me rise in an expectant manner. Now, it's important in your life right now that you're moving in a direction that gives you a sense of expectancy. You're expecting good things and they will happen. You're expecting to win the deal. You're expecting to be good friends. You're expecting to do well at your work. That word expectancy is a solidifying word. It gives you a sense of, this is what I'm anticipating. It's like anticipation, but anticipating, there's kind of slightly a different thing. Anticipating something to happen, expecting it is more powerful, more empowering. It means that there's no room for will it, won't it. I'm expecting it. That's where you're coming from, an empowering place of expectation. These are my expectations. I'm expecting such and such to happen. I'm expecting my day to go great. I'm expecting someone I care for, you know, will be communicating with me. I'm expecting X, Y, Z. That power in expectancy means that you have made up your mind that this is your expectation for something to happen. Okay, now that is a powerful way to view things, and that is a powerful way to see things progressing in your day or your week or your month or your year. Expectation, that's key. And we'll probably cover that in one or two other passages. But then the next one is, I am worthy. Now, let me tell you this. Do you expect things to happen if you don't feel worthy? If you want things to happen, you have to feel worthy of them. If you're feeling worthless or have no self-worth, then boy, is this going to be a hard expectation or a hard thing to wish for or want to happen. You've got to feel a sense of self-worth. You've got to feel that whatever's going on in your life, you're worthy of something good or some expectation happening in a positive way. Your worthiness is a huge part of your expectation. For example, you may say out loud, gosh, I'm worthy of a nice, beautiful home. But deep down, you may feel, gosh, I'm never going to get that. I'm never going to have it. I'm never going to be given the... So, you feel unworthy. You need to feel worthy of receiving, worthy of expecting, worthy of having. You need to feel worthy of so many things for them to come to you. I don't know why that is, but it just is. Worthiness is a key part of acknowledging your self-worth, who you are, and that the things you want or expect are going to manifest because you feel worthy of them. You know what I mean? If you're in a, if you're in a bad relationship and you say, listen, I'm going to walk away from this, but at the back of the mind, you're saying, oh my gosh, but if I do this, I'm not going to find someone else. Then you're demonstrating indirectly that you're not worthy of meeting someone better, or you're not worthy of having someone more meaningful and more attuned or in line with what you want than you are walking away from. That's just an example, but it could be on many levels. You may say, I've had enough of this job. They don't value, they don't appreciate me, they don't, value my self-worth. But you know what? I'm not leaving. I'm going to stay here and take it because I don't think I'll get another one, or I don't trust that there's going to be a job out there that I really want that will, tick all the boxes for me, and that I'll be worthy of. You see what I mean? There's this imbalance of what you want and what you feel worthy of. I'm trying to get you today to marry the two together so that your expectations is balanced with your self-worth, and that the two can kind of meet in the middle and balance things out for you. Because I know, I'm guilty of this, where you want something, but all of a sudden you kind of think in the back of your mind, it ain't coming. I don't think it will. I'm not, this, that, and then the mind comes into play telling you, it ain't gonna happen, it ain't gonna, you're daydreaming. And then you start actually thinking, wow, I'm really not worthy of someone better. I'm really not worthy of a better job. I'm really not worthy of having some real true love coming into my life, or I'm really not worthy of having a lovely home or a lovely car, or it can go on forever. So think about it from your point of view, what you feel you may not be worthy of. Think about your expectations, what you want in life, and make sure that whatever the expectation, you do feel worthy of it. You feel worthy of receiving whatever it is you want. Now, the interesting thing about this passage is it says, I am worthy not just of what I have, but so much more. So that is an indication that if you get this balance right, then your worthiness becomes so much more powerful, in that not only will you become worthy of what you want, but so much more. It says it in the passage, so much more. So you have to have that faith, you have to have that belief in yourself, and you have to say, I am worthy of having not just this, but so much more. This is a powerful affirmation, actually. You know, said, this Photo Quotes for the Soul series, I'm definitely going to be putting up. So, you know, check the description and so you can listen to it. It won't be saying what I'm saying to you now, because this is one-on-one, much deeper stuff. But I have actually got an audio insight into it, which is kind of not as deep, but gives you an insight or inkling into how to deal with things like this of, you know, feeling worth, self-worth, having your expectations and feeling worthy of having so much more. Do you understand how important it is to feel this sense of self-worth, to feel in your life? You know, I mean, it's typical. I mean, this is a typical example. You know, sometimes there are these people that you look up to in life, parents, teachers, friends, co-workers, siblings, brothers, sisters. They may say something. It's just an example. I'm not bashing any one of these group of people. We love them all, don't we? We love them all. But there may be a situation in your life, because I said our journeys are different. Certain things you may have experienced may be very different. That's why I'm kind of giving a broad example here. Any one of those people may say something that may just hit you in a way where you don't feel worthy, that you feel worthless. It may not be intentional. That's the thing. They might just give a passing comment, and it may make you feel inside as if you're not worthy. And that's common. You know, it's common in terms of our experiences with engaging with other people throughout the course of our lifetime. It could even be a teacher who may not intentionally knock you down by what they're saying. It may not be intentional. It may even at times just be a joke, but you've taken it to heart and it's made you feel worthless, or by what they said, you may have felt unworthy. How your self-worth may be affected could happen across board at any given time. And we don't even know if we feel unworthy or we don't have much self-worth. We don't know necessarily when that came into being. Who is the person that activated that train of thought within you? So it's important that you reflect on that. Who is it that said what they said or did what they did through their actions that made you feel unworthy? Make a note down of it, because I'm telling you this, the minute you know, the minute you put your finger on it, the minute you reflect and pinpoint the time, the place, the person, you can overcome it. You can overcome it. The time, the place, the person, what they said, write it down. You've dealt with it now, because you've recognized it for what it is. Nothing that should have affected you in the first place, but it did. And it's common. It happens to the best of us. It happens to us all the time. But you know what's important? Acknowledging it, putting your finger on the pulse that you know, oh, I know when this started. I know when I became like this. I know when all of a sudden I felt useless and worthless. This person said this or this person said that. If it wasn't a person, it may be just an event or situation that happened in your life. And because of that event, you felt worthless. It may be that you didn't win the race, or you didn't win the game, or you didn't win at something you thought you were winning at and you lost. You may feel, I lost and I feel worthless. I feel unworthy. It may be that you attempted to do something and it didn't quite come across or pull off in the way that you wanted. And all of a sudden, you're overwhelmed with feelings of unworthiness. Why? Pinpoint whatever it is. Because that's where you begin to say, I know what happened and I've felt unworthy ever since. Today you can change that. Today you can say, you know what? I felt unworthy, but you know something? I am worthy of this. I'm worthy of that. I deserve more. I can achieve more. I can have more. I can create more. And you say, I'm worthy of having more. I'm worthy and deserving of this, of that. Whatever suits you, whatever suits your particular situation. Tell yourself, I am worthy. And what you expect in any way, shape or form will be coming to you because you feel worthy of it. And it will manifest for you. And you can have not just what you want, but so much more. How about that? Does that make you feel better? Certainly, you know, I know I'm saying it, but even reflecting on things as I was talking there, I reflected on moments in my life where I felt unworthy. You're not alone. Now, just before I go, remember that your self-worth, all your expectations, don't forget this evening, sometime throughout your day, or whenever you get a little smudging of a minute, say to yourself on a soulful level, let me rise in an expectant manner, realizing I am worthy, not just of what I have, but so much more. Say that to yourself on a soulful level. Your soul will understand. It will give you guidance. It will give you support. It will give you encouragement. And then you can start telling the mind, I'm worthy. I really am worthy. Let that flow of information flow from your inner you, from your higher self, from your inner self. Let that information flow through to your mind, and then bam, you've got it. You've nipped it in the bud, and you are worthy again. You're worthy of everything you expect. You're worthy of what you want, and so much more. There you go. I don't know. I wasn't expecting all of this to come out for this particular passage, but I'm really glad it did, because even I feel so much more worthy now. How about that? Oh, wow. I'm enjoying this. I really am. I'm so grateful that you're here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave your comments below. I love to hear them. And by all means, I'll make sure as much information as I can will be in that description. If you're waiting for my next episode, it is on the way. But in between, check out my Twitter, check out my Instagram. Definitely share everything so that, you know, I can grow this more. And then we can do some live streams and we can just basically get to know each other more one-on-one. I can hear from you, get to know you, and, you know, just thank you for everything, for being here with me. That's the main thing. And as I always say at the end of each episode, if you like what I'm doing and you want to support me, feel free to do so. I would love to have your support, because I know that on my Patreon page, if you check that out and you want to support me, I know that this is moving me in a direction where I can go full time and really keep this going. So instead of bringing one episode a week, I can, who knows, bring one a day. That would be fantastic. And that's sort of input I'd like to have or start growing towards. I can't promise I can do that yet now, but it's definitely on the horizon. If I can reach some of my Patreon goals and reach certain milestones in my life, that I can give myself the time and the opportunity to keep this body of work growing. Now, I did mention previously that there was something I was going to share with you, and I will do so. I have not forgotten okay? But I don't feel right now I should, not to just say keep watching, but I'll tell you. But it's just that it will come at the right time, and I haven't forgotten that, but I am going to share it with you. It's a powerful one, and probably instead of taking it from my photo quotes from the soul series, this will be a separate one, because I don't know, I feel I know you enough to share this and see what you think. But that will be in an episode or two. I will try to make sure that I do bring out what I said and I don't forget. So yeah, it'll probably come out in an episode or two. But yeah, remind me, I've got to tell you something special, and I will do so, or share something special, not tell something special, but share something special. I think it was quite special to me, and that's why I want to share it with you. So there we go. So we're headed in that direction, okay? Now, have a wonderful day. Don't forget all I shared. Write things down, and then you will overcome them, okay? And keep that soulful connection going. Keep sharing with your soul and your mind, okay? And you will conquer all, and you will be worthy of so much more than you feel you deserve, and you will have so much more than you think you deserve to have. That's just the way it's going to be. Love and light to you. Have a fantastic day, and look forward to the next episode. Look out for that, okay? And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.